It's morning, and we slept the night away. Mm, mm. It happened. Now we can turn back the hands of time. We both belong to someone. Child. You know what? Shout out to the people who said, Nikki, you need to review this loving, sweet show called Married at First Sight. It's not like the other trashy reality TV shows that you review. It's going to be so much better. Such a good breath of fresh air. No show that I review is messier than Married at First Sight. This show gives love and hip hop a run for its money. What is going on here? What is going on here? I mean, what a twist this season has been. What a twist. My God, today. How are you guys? Welcome to Married at First Adultery. I mean, Married at First Sight. Who knew Bow had it in her? First of all, let's get into that. Let's get into that real quick. Because y'all was dragging me for how I said that woman's name. But what's happening here? What the hell is wrong with the volume? Can y'all hear it? Darn it. Darn it. How do I turn it up? Let me see if I can turn it up this way. Because I recorded how she said her name. It's Bow. Thank you. See, that's what I'm saying. What's wrong with this one? No, this one is molded. Can I have a napkin? Rude. I don't know where you got these freshly picked grapes from. They're not ready. Oh, this got to be washed off a bit better. Thank you. What was I talking about? Let me see. How does she say? No, From my end, I just. Oh, wait. Because y'all not gonna play me. From my end, I just feel like I married a man that was not ready for marriage, and he cuts me down every opportunity. He doesn't appreciate Bow. One more again. One more, because y'all acting real crazy.
Don't get on my nerves like Rodney. Thank you.
Thank you.
It cuts me down every opportunity. He doesn't appreciate Bow. From my end, I just feel like I married a man that was not ready for marriage, and he cuts me down every opportunity. He doesn't appreciate Bow.
Bow. That's how she says her name. That's what I've been saying this whole time. So whoever told me that her name is Bo, lying. Her name is not Bo. It's Bow. That's what she's been saying. That's what I've been saying. I mean, I might have a little accent to it. Forgive me for being black and from Philadelphia. Bow. I'm not saying bow. Bow. That's how she says her name. You gonna correct Bow? How to say Bow? I think not. How are we doing? Oh, we got a super chat. Who we got a super chat from? Nikki, thank you, my love. Nikki says for the hardest working superstar on YouTube. You make my day. You too, Nikki. Thank you so much. Thank you. It is not, I am not saying bow wow. I'm saying bow. And that's how she says her name. Bow. Yolanda Hayes said, in my opinion, I think the experts failed Michaela. She admitted she has triggers. Her nickname is Hurricane K. Nobody makes you act that way she is acting. Nobody. Yolanda, I'm concerned. I'm going to be real with you. I'm concerned. Yolanda also said, I read something she said that was her 6 months ago. She is all better. Child, please. You need years and years of help. And having your TV husband leave you for a castmate is even worse. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Kimberly. Kimberly said, I have a hard time seeing how Johnny would make a good friend, not to mention a good husband. Well, Johnny had me fooled in the beginning. Remember, and you know what? Another reason why I think that I was, Team Johnny was because he lives in an area that I was considering living in. Because the B-roll that they showed of his neighborhood, I was looking in that area. So I was like, neighbors? But no. He had me fooled in the beginning. He really, really did. I thought that he was going to be a much better. Remember, I was the one who was saying that bow was the problem. Who knew it would be Johnny? Who knew it would be Johnny? Hey, Adriana. Adriana said, I don't know how Johnny or Michaela got approved to be on this show. There's no way they didn't show warning signs beforehand. Same thing with Chris. Right, guys? Remember last season, and they were just like, we don't know who this man is. This is not nobody that we met through the entire auditioning process. Really? 6 months of checking in on this man and interviewing with him. You never met this guy? Not once? I don't believe it. You met him and thought he was going to be good for TV. Same thing with Johnny. Same thing with Johnny. Yeah, Tracy, she has her Instagram private now. But I got some stuff. Do y'all want to get into the review first, or do y'all want to get into the tea? Let your girl know. Let your girl know, because she been talking. Mother been talking. And thank you, Black Lavender, for sending me some stuff. Homegirl been talking. Hey, Al Boogie. Nikki, I don't know if I gave you this. Thank you. Hey. Absolutely agree. And they want very different things from their partner. And each other will not be able to give it to them because that's not who they are. But I absolutely agree with you, Pink Petals. Ashley said Gil and Miller are the only matches out of a bunch, in my opinion. Yeah, and I can't believe it. I can't believe that's the couple that's going to survive this. I can't believe it. Johnny, Black Lavender said Johnny wants his fantasy woman. I think Johnny's fantasy woman is Johnny. That's who Johnny wants in a wife. Himself. He needs to figure that out. Ashley said Zach and Michaela are bad for my already bad anxiety. Yeah, next week, trigger warnings. We're going to need trigger warnings for next week's episode. My God, today. Because how could I not? How could I not? And first of all, let me tell you something. I repent in the mighty in the matchless name of Jesus, because I did say I think that Bow and Zach would have been a better match. I know it was going to happen. That's why you should not be speaking things that are not as though they were, unless you want them to happen. Guys, was it us? Because a lot of us have said that as well. It's not just me. I'm not the only one going down for this. A lot of us said this as well. Did we put that out in the atmosphere? Did we give that power? Is it us? Did we do this? Did we do this? God, the Lord said when 2 or 3 are gathered, oh my God. Did we put this out in the atmosphere? Whew, we got to work on ending world hunger, not breaking up homes, even if they ain't happy. A Guyanese Bahamian said, wait a minute. So Bao and Zach are together for real, for real? Where have I been? Oh, Lord, I need to catch up. Listen. Okay, we want the tea? Okay, we're going to go with the tea first. Make sure you like the video, guys. Please make sure you like the video. Let's get into the tea. Let's get into the tea. Nikki or the Star family, we in this together. We in this together. Child, we in this together. Child, let's get into it. So I originally saw one little thing on Married at First Sight. Because remember, I was supposed to stop following them, but I didn't, and this is my fault. Because I got a little spoiler. I say she, but I don't know. Whoever wants Married at First Sight, Married at First Sight fan account posted one of Michaela's stories. So this is from Michaela, right? Her Instagram is private now. I think a few other people are following her. But Michaela put in her Instagram stories, she started writing about Bao and Zach. And this is how it all played out. What's up with the contracts? Because I'm like, can you talk about this relationship? But she did. She started her talking. Hold on, let me get this one. She says, look, y'all, this is from her Instagram stories. Look, y'all, I am legally married only because I'm contractually obligated to be, but very estranged. I have not spoken directly to that man in months. Whatever him and her have going on has absolutely nothing to do with me. I wish them the best. Then she said, oh girl, you're writing too fast. I happy for anyone who comes out of this process a happier, healthier version of themselves. The experts do get many things right in this process, even if the editing doesn't reflect that. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to have been a part of it and a catalyst for change. I wonder what she means by that. Many former cast members are now in beautiful relationships because of the lessons give to all of us. No one is perfect. Mama, you got to read these things out before you post them. No one is perfect, but there is a perfect somebody for all of us. And this is from Married at First Sight fans. She says, I am not with the person I was matched with. As I understand, it is he with the person he preferred. It's morning. And to reiterate, I am not in contact with my former match. They are safe from me and made the right decision to leave and find new love and happiness. We need a special reunion. We need a special reunion. And then she says, I will continue to be a preacher of all things love, strength, change, humor, and growth. I've never lived in, hold on, let me take my banner off so I can see the whole thing. I've never lived in perfect. I've never lived in perfect, and I hope you all never do either. What you see on TV is no longer who I am or who I want to be. Remember, Malcolm Little would not have become Malcolm X. Girl, don't you do it. Don't you do it. And then this is what she wrote in the comments. I'm not sure what she was commenting on. Oh, I think it was on something that she posted, but she says this honestly has nothing to do with me, or it might be at the Married at First Sight and the Married at First Sight fan account. It might be in their comments. This honestly has nothing to do with me. So please stop dragging my name and mentioning me. I wish them the best. Talking about Bao and Zach. Yaji Moon said Bao and Johnny's relationship had nothing to do with either, yet you shaded Bao and brought up unnecessary details to make her look bad. What about girl code? Then she says, she's dating my husband. Then Yashi Moon said, child, for real? In that case, you right. I am not reading that last person comment. No, we're not going to drag that girl's wig. She looks great in the wigs. But that's the tea. That's the tea, girl. They really together. I honestly thought that it was just like them hanging out because they had to do press. So I'm thinking they're doing press. It was his birthday. They were together. I'm like, of course, the cast is going to come out to celebrate his birthday, but it was just her that was there and the rest of his friends. It's morning and we slept the night away. I ain't know that Bow had it in her. Child. Michaela said, girl code, she's dating my husband. How did season 13 get messier than season 12? How did we get here? I'm telling you right now, I am in no way anticipating Boston. I am in no way anticipating Boston. Where have we gone? Where have we gone with this show? Oh my goodness. Amaya, thank you so much for the super chat. Amaya said, Michaela going to get fined up a moon. Yeah, I think so. I'm a little did you read the contract? Girl, you done went through all of that. You might not get none of your money. Thank you so much for the super chat. Them contracts are ironclad. Ironclad. But again, if she's going to get fined, isn't Zach and Abao going to get fined? Because they're posting each other all over Instagram. Y'all didn't went public with this relationship. We would have never known. Ciao. What is happening here? I'm not anticipating Boston. Because Boston is already messy on its own. On its own. What are we going to get from there? What are we going to get from Boston? Please make sure y'all like the video. She sure did. Michaela's out here comparing herself to Malcolm X. I can't. Like, what a reach, mama. What a reach. What a reach. I can't believe it. I can't. She is talking all over the gram about both of them. Zach and Bao are posting all over Instagram. I think she just made her Instagram private, talking about it to everybody. She's in comment sections of like fan pages. What is up with these contracts? What's going on? What is going on? Sherry B said, for anyone wondering why your single friends are still single, behold, this is the crop of men we have to choose from in these streets. Trash. Basura. Hey, Tisa Lee said, but I don't agree how he is mentally breaking and abusing Bao. Bao deserves better. I guess that's Zach. Yeah, you know what? What if they actually end up working out and being the right person for each other? What if that actually works? What if that actually works? Oh my God, I'd be sick. I would be sick. What if they actually end up being the perfect match? And it's so funny that Bao is able to find her peace with a black man when she did not ask for that. Remember, her first choice was a white man. Let's talk about it. She wanted the white man. She said white or Asian. How the hell is Asian second? White or... Really, girl? She ain't say nothing about a Negro, but she got one and she found her peace. Unexpected love. Secret lovers. Yes, that's what we are. Trying so hard to hide the way we feel. But we both belong to someone else. And we can't let it go the way we feel. Is also real. Hey, so real, so real. Songs of my childhood. This is what I grew up singing. Hey, Amaya. Amaya said, side note, but you should start doing Vanderpump Rules again. I tried. It's terrible. That show is terrible. I tried. It is terrible. That cast is horrible, Andy. That is a terrible cast. Terrible. You either got to let this show go or turn it into Tom Tom. Listen, Bravo takes all my ideas except for this one. I told you guys to cancel Vanderpump Rules, make it about Tom Tom, make Tom and the other Tom, the Tom we like and the Tom that's with that horrible woman of a wife. Let me stop it. No, Nikki, we got to do better. Tom that we all like and the other Tom who was married to Katie. Let's do better. Let's do better. And make it about the young single trying to make it into Hollywood wait staff. That's what needs to happen. Y'all need to let go of Vanderpump. Y'all need to that show is terrible. Terrible. Hey, Dr. M. Dr. M said Michaela has to make use of Grammarly. Also, I don't think Bao and Zach will last. Maybe they'll end up as best friends forever. You know what? Maybe they, fell into each other's bed and, they were each other's comfort for that time. Maybe. I don't know. I do not know. Hey, FR Will 2126 said, I thought they were just friends too. All the cast members are friends. Me too. I thought they were just friends. Michaela was the one who was like, she's dating my husband. How can you say that? She's dating my husband. Child, crazy. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you so much. Thank you. Kimberly Rivers said, Zach and Bao are perfectionists. They are not going to work out. Remember, Bao had a small meltdown on wedding day. Maybe. You just don't know. They may work, they may not. Who knows? Just Jonda said, the contracts have been garbage for a minute. The last few seasons, the couples were filing for divorce, which is public record, while their season was on its first few episodes. Yeah, they're going to have to work out them contracts. They're going to have to work out them contracts because why the hell is everybody talking? We still got a couple more episodes to go, guys. Paige URL said, Johnny has been on Reddit all last night trying to defend his horribleness. Let it go. Y'all going to make me get on Reddit. I can't, but y'all going to make me get on it. Tony said, I wonder if the experts knew they would be better, though, and purposely gave them someone else. Maybe the experts knew, but probably the producers said no and gave them who they gave them. Hey, Sasha. Sasha said production is getting this out because on the preview, they have Zach and Michaela arguing and keep cutting to Bao's reactions. They are milking it. Absolutely. Oh, God. Josie said, Married at First Sight is going to San Diego after Boston. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Ready to Love? Okay, it's on OWN, right? I'll check it out. Katie, I don't know if she's still a part of the Witches of WeHo, but I hated that clique. That was an awful clique, and I did not like what they did to, what's her name? Faith. I didn't like that. I did not like that. Just Jonda said Zach and Bao won't last either. Zach wants a mommy. Once a mommy, he can gaslight. Then when things don't go his way, all Bao needs is a little self-esteem and she'll be fine. Just Jonda also said, Leah, in most states, you can file for divorce after separation for 6 months as long as you have no minor children. Huh. Who got the tea on what Johnny said on Reddit? Kimberly got it. Kimberly said Johnny made a Reddit post pretending to be Bao's ex with a long post about her. He's crazy. Oh my gosh. Breathe 3. They have a Love Island Australia, Nikki. Is it diverse? I'm not reviewing any show that's not diverse anymore. I'm not wasting my time. If it's diverse, absolutely. If not, I'm out. EB24601 said, did you talk about the shade Michaela threw Bao's way on Unfiltered? Just tuning in. No, I don't know what shade she threw. Let your girl know. I don't watch Unfiltered. Here's why. After I spent 2 hours watching the show, I don't have it in me to give them another 20 or 30 minutes. I just don't. I just don't. Let me look it up. Michaela shades Bao. Is anything gonna come up? Is anything? I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Y'all let me know. Josie said Johnny is not well. He's out here whitefishing his bowels ex. And the thing about it is, Johnny, you've been so awful on the show. That's so believable. That's so believable. Oh, Michaela basically said Bowel lies and manipulates. Oh my God. You know what? Michaela and Johnny, I can see them getting together just to be spiteful. Oh my God. I can see that happening. Amaya said Katie wasn't a part of what Kristen and Stassi did. I don't think. She's still friends with them, but they aren't on this new season. Just the Toms, Katie, Ariana, James, and Raquel, Charlie, and Sheena, and Lala, and that man. It's time to go. Are they still playing poor, or are they acting like, they're getting a lot of money from their show? So we will see. Oh, Tisa Lee said production goes through Instagram looking for prospects, which is why the experiment has gone horribly wrong. Ciao, we can see it. We can see it. Anyway, let's get into this review. Mirla and Gil. Mirla showing up drunk to her meeting with Dr. Pepper was not on my bingo card. Like, who would have? Mirla is such a wild card. Like, she's such a wild card. Her showing up after drinking $25 martinis. No, 25-cent martinis. How was a martini 25 cents? Is it really a martini if it's 25 cents? Child, you drinking gasoline. Anyway, she was actually really enjoyable drunk. And I don't do drunk people, right? But Mirla was, I don't know, she was just like fun and soft and open and honest. I guess, the sober one is a protector and the drunk one is probably who she really is. It was enjoyable. It really, really was enjoyable to see free, honest, and open and fun Mirla. She loves herself some Gil. When she was crying about like being in love with her husband and saying, he's what I prayed for and then some. I would have never thought that she would have gotten here with Gil, but I'm glad she is. I am also glad that Dr. Pepper let her know that you being so moody and negative will possibly make you lose Gil, who you said that is everything that you prayed for and then some. You could lose him if you continue with this kind of behavior. And it seemed as Nikki, and it seemed as if she was really receptive. Another thing that was a little funny to me was when Gil was trying to talk to Mirla after they both met with Dr. Pepper about, their relationship and, the conversations. And Mirla was just like not here for it because she was so drunk. And he was like, what is going on with you? He was trying to talk to her and he was like, are you okay? That was not on my bingo card, but it was cute. It was cute. I can't believe it. Mirla and Gil, nobody could have called this. None of us. From where they started to where they're at now, wow. Bowel and Johnny. Well, that did sound like Bowel. Bowel, yeah, that did. Bowel, Bale, Bale, Bow, 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 Bow. Nikki. Bow and Johnny. Bow is trying really hard. And it's unfortunate because she's with somebody who's not trying at all. And before Johnny hangs out with Debbie Downer, also known as Ryan, Drupal Dog. No, we're doing better. Debbie Downer. Before he hangs out with him, everything's great, right? Bowel is dating him. He feels appreciated and wanted. They're having a really good time. Then he goes to meet with Ryan. And while he's hanging out with him, he's just like, I probably should not have hung out with him because now all these negative thoughts are in his head. And he actually ends up taking them back to Bowel and then saying that I should not have hung out with Johnny because I think he wasn't good for me because now I'm thinking about all these things and all these issues. And Bowel's exhausted because she's just like, weren't we doing good? Now, all of a sudden, you have another issue. It's always something that I'm not doing. That's the thing, Johnny. You never say what you have to work on. because you don't feel like you have to work on anything. It's always that Bao has to do this, Bao has to do that. She's not doing enough. Now, all of a sudden, the sex that you encourage her to get into is not good enough for you anymore. Now you don't like the sex. That's why you don't give it to her anymore, because you want to do that with somebody that you actually care about. So you cut that off. When you were actually making her feel like she had to sleep with you to get somewhere with you, because that is something you required and you requested. And she was trying to meet your expectations as your wife. But unfortunately, she can never meet your expectations because you have this imaginary idea of who your wife should be. And it's basically just you in a wig. That's who you want to date. You need to just date you. A lot of people do that and live happy lives. You need to just date yourself. Um, so anyway, he goes to meet with Dr. Pepper, and as soon as the questions start, like right off the bat, Johnny's like, whoo, whoo, this is gonna be tough. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, why are you having that reaction when it's just talking about your wife, who up to now has been doing everything? Even the experts are just like, you're being mean and you're tearing this woman down. Like, do better. Like, what was all the like? You don't know how to control your emotions. You are too old to not know how to have a conversation. Because when Bob was having a conversation with him, I got to get up. I got to walk up. Oh, there's so many things that I want to say. You're a child. You are a child that has temper tantrums, and nobody cares. Not at your big age. You need to be able to have a conversation, and you need to be able to speak to people and speak to them with respect. Like, how do you think that that is okay to treat her? I don't know. I don't know where he gets that it is okay to mistreat that woman. And like, all she says is, I don't agree with something that you said about our marriage because we're both in it and we both need to agree on this. You can't just tell me what I'm doing and I know what I'm doing and I respond in a way that's saying, this is what I'm actually doing. You get upset, get out of bed and go in the bathroom and start looking in the mirror. There's so many things that I can say. There's so many. Get help. Get help. Like, what do you want to say? All she said was, I don't agree with your assessment of our marriage. That set you off like that to want to say mean and horrible things to her? Not well. You are not well. So anyway, after they both meet with the experts, he decides, when they're sitting down talking about what happened in their meetings, he decides to say, because Bowell says, I realize I need to start standing up for myself. And if I want to move forward with you, I cannot allow you to talk to me like that, right? So because she stands up to him, he responds in a way to take her down a notch. And he says, I've known you for 15 years. I could have dated you 15 years ago. I didn't because I wasn't attracted to you. And to watch that woman crumble when he said that, Chani, how did you think all of the things that you were saying and doing, how did you think that you were ever going to look like the good guy in this situation? I don't know how you didn't see how horrible you came off when you were saying it and doing it. Even me, right? And during these reviews, I may say something and instantly I'm like, no, Nikki, fix that. No, Nikki, no, you do better, right? So how do you not know? When you say to your wife, if I wanted to be with you, I would have dated you 15 years ago, but I didn't because I wasn't attracted to you. How do you not know that that is an insult? You do, but you want to gaslight everybody and act like, no, I was just opening up and being honest, that it's editing. No, that's who you are. That's who you are. But to be fair here, Paul, because I also said this to Paige, right? When Chris was just treating her like garbage and she stayed in that situation. Mama, it's time for you to pack your bags and walk away. Because at this point, he showed you who he is. He's not going to change. You now have to make the best decision for you. Now, when I said walk away, I didn't mean walk out of your marital bed into somebody else's. I mean, like, walk away from this situation, girl, and not get somebody else's husband. Child. Brett and Ryan. So Brett and Ryan meet with the experts and they both give them tasks to do, which was to tell each other how they're actually and honestly feeling, basically just to communicate. And what do the both of them do after they meet with the experts and sit down? Not communicate at all. They're both giving ample opportunities to speak on what was said and do the task that was given to them by the experts. Neither one says anything about how they really feel, and that is the problem in this relationship. They do not communicate. Ryan does not like how Brett keeps a home. All he does is videotape it for his Married at First Sight diary, his personal diary that they have to give to the show. That's all he does. But do you think he's ever sat down and said, Ryan, clean up, this is nasty. I don't feel comfortable in here. I can't breathe in here. Your room is filthy. But this is what I want to say to you, Ryan. Why are you in Brett's bedroom? Unless you're trying to get a her coochie, why are you in that bedroom? Because you don't want to sleep in there. You're sleeping in the other bedroom. So why are you sneaking in there with your little iPhone videotaping her room? Why are you in there? You and Johnny, y'all friends for a reason. Y'all are friends for a reason. So Brett decides to meet with Ryan's sister to try to figure out like where he is and how she can make this marriage turn around. Ryan's sister, it would have been great if you said nothing at all. If you would have sat there and act like you don't know what's going on and being shocked and being like, oh my God, really? Oh, wow. Like in the beginning, you were just like, I can't believe this is happening. You guys were so great. Our families got along. I don't know how you guys are here. You should have stopped there. To say to your brother's wife, it seems like there's somebody else. Why would you plant that in her head and our head that there might be somebody else here in Houston that he wants to actually be with? That's why when he was on vacation, he was all lovey-dovey with her because that other person wasn't on his mind. But then he comes back to Houston and he's thinking about that other person. Why would you say that to her? Especially after being with your brother and talking to him and knowing how he actually feels. Why would you put in her mind that there's somebody else? Is there? If it is, why are you doing this to your brother? I just didn't understand why she made that decision. Let's get into the worst. Nothing really happened much with Jose and Rachel, so I'm not going to talk about them here. They seem to be in a good place, or whatever. Just not that interesting. But let's talk about Zach and Michaela. We talked about Zach and Bao. I will say this, right? There are parts of me that thinks this is absolutely messy. And then there are parts of me that's just like, man, these two both have went through a roller coaster on this season. And if they actually end up finding love with each other, is it so bad? I don't know. I'm so confused because I'm just like, if I was Michaela, I'd be on 10 every time ready to fight. But seeing how none of them worked out, is this the one successful couple? I don't know. Because I just think they both went through so much this season. And I'm like, if you guys can find happiness with each other, then if you guys can find happiness with each other and real love, then go for it. I don't know. Y'all both still married. This is just messy. This is just messy. Zach and Michaela are ill-matched, right? They are not a good match. And I think I finally realized because everybody is different, even in a relationship. Even if you do work out, there are differences, right? But I think with Zach and Michaela, they have two very strong differences, and this is why they can never work, right? Zach requires a nurturer. He needs a wife that's going to take his head while he's crying, put it in her bosom, rub his 4C curls, and let him know everything is going to be okay. Like, it's okay, baby. You don't gotta cry no more, King. You don't gotta cry. I love you. I love you. It's okay. You want me to make you a steak? Like, that's what he needs. That's what he requires, right? And Michaela needs the opposite of what Zach is, and she needs a protector. Not saying that Michaela is not a nurturer and Zach is not a protector, but Michaela nurtures in a different way, right? Michaela nurtures when she feels protected. Zach protects when he feels nurtured. These two will never meet in the middle to give the other what they need so that they can get what they need out of that person. So this is why they just won't work, because neither one is willing to go to the other side to let down what they need first and give their partner that, so that their partner can pour into them with what they require. They both are waiting for each other to cross over, but it's just not going to happen. And I don't think there's enough love and attraction to make either one of them come to the other side. So that's why they're just not going to work. That's why they're just not going to work. And that's why Michaela is hesitant about seeing a future with Zach. I mean, it makes sense. I don't agree with Hurricane K a lot of the time, but Zach is a runner. Zach is a runner. So how do you expect for her to be like, oh, you're going to be in this relationship and you're going to stay to the end and I should trust what you say to me, when you have said that you will stay, Zach? You have said that you would not leave. You will work things out. Whenever there was any kind of difficulty, you bounce. You go to your other apartment or you leave the apartment for a very long time. And she just does not feel safe and secure in the fact that you will actually be there for her like she requires a husband to be, because you're a runner. And in saying that, Hurricane K, not only are you a runner, you're a verbal abuser. And he is somebody who deals with a huge anxiety. He keeps on telling you he cannot take that. He does not like how you speak to him. He does not like how you emote. So work on that. But neither one of you are working on what the other is asking for. It's like y'all don't like each other or love each other enough to do the work. So that's why you guys are always here. You're expecting only one person in the relationship to do the work, but the both of you are not doing the work. And that's why this relationship is just not successful. Y'all too lazy, or y'all don't like each other enough to do what needs to be done to save the relationship. You're just staying in it to get by. Now let's get into not sleeping in the same bed. I'm on Hurricane K side with this again. Here is why. If y'all sit down and have a conversation and say, at this point, y'all like 2 weeks out from decision day, and say, if decision day was right now, I would say no. So that means right now, later on in 2 weeks, y'all not going to get married. Because how the hell you going to get to where you need to? You're not going to stay married. How the hell you going to get to where you need to be in 2 weeks? So she does not feel comfortable sharing a bed with you, Zach, because you said she said it as well, though, right? So she's not sleeping in the same bed with you, but she made a decision to not sleep in the same bed with you. You're upset about that because she won't sleep in the same bed with you. When she expresses to you, I said I won't sleep in the same bed with you because we did both say that decision day was today. We would not get married. So why play house? Why fake it, right? Let's get to the point where you want to sleep together in the same bed, and then maybe it will be different on decision day. But if she's not feeling comfortable with sleeping in the same bed with you, you need to respect that instead of having this hissy fit and end up leaving. You run again. Since she won't sleep in the same bed with you, there's literally another room and another bed. You decide to leave, right? You could have slept in the second bedroom, but you decided to leave because you wanted to hurt her. You're a runner. You're a runner. You're a track star. You're going to run away when it gets hard. That's what that's what you do, Zach. You run. And she does not feel safe and secure with you. What woman would? What woman would feel safe and secure with the man that runs whenever times get difficult, whenever there's any kind of obstacle? Who wants a partner like that? Nobody. No woman, no man, nobody wants a partner like that. And that is who you have shown yourself to be on this show. So I'm with Hurricane K, not wanting to sleep in the same bed with that man. And you know how I know that you know what you did to her was wrong, Zach? It's because when you retold this story to your brothers, I wanted to know what version of this did you tell them? Because it wasn't the version that we saw. It wasn't the version that was taped, because you're telling your brothers, oh, we had a great day at volleyball and I wanted to sleep in the same bed with her and she didn't want to sleep in the same bed with me. So I was like, all right, that's cool. I'm going to go sleep in my home because we have a really nice bed, but I got an even better bed at home. So if I'm not going to sleep in the same bed with her, then I might as well just have a comfortable sleep and go sleep at the bed at my home. The same bed in the master room is the same bed in the guest room. So if you're saying you're leaving the apartment to go sleep in your home because you have a more comfortable bed, because you can't sleep with her in that comfortable bed, your argument is done for. It doesn't make any sense because that's the same mattress. There's no way that they bought two separate mattresses for the rooms, knowing good and well that there will be people who will not yet be comfortable with sleeping in the same bed yet. It's the same mattress, so you're a liar. You're lying, and you're retelling this story to your brothers to make you look good and Michaela look bad. Because then you read them the text message, and I do not agree with her leaving, right? She left, I felt, to hurt you, just like you did, though. Two wrongs don't make a right. You both mess up, and that is a problem. They both mess up, but they want the other to be wrong and not on them. So that's the thing. It's just like, I see what you did, work on that, and then you go over about your business. And the other person is just like, well, you did something too. Let's work on that as well. But y'all don't do that. Y'all don't give and take. Y'all just are just like, if you don't give this, then we can't go forward. And that's why you two are not working. There's no compromise in this relationship. No compromise. And you know that Zach and the tears get me. It didn't get me this episode because I just didn't like what he did. I didn't like what he did. And I did not like how he retold that story to his brothers. That was not the truth, Zach. We saw something completely different. That was in no way the truth. Let's talk about this trailer. The trailer for next week. Hurricane K. I'm not going to be like other people and say that you have personality disorder. Like I'm not a medical professional. I don't study the mind. I'm an actor. I study behavior. So I don't know if she's okay or not okay. I will say in the trailer, when you're talking to Zach and you're obviously very frustrated, it did come off a little alarming to me when you like zoned out and then you punched yourself in the face, jumped up and started screaming and saying that you can't do it. Then we see you in another room flipping over a bench and storming out. Then we see another clip of you of somebody holding you back. Now, I will say she definitely could have been triggered and somebody could have taken her to that point. But it's alarming if anybody takes you to the point where you will self-harm. We watched this adult woman punch herself in the face or smack or whatever she did, smack, punch, whatever, smack, jump up and scream, I can't do this. Now, I understand saying, you know what, I'm done. I can't have this conversation again, and getting up and walking away. When she spazzed out and hit herself in the face, that's the thing that gave me pause. I gotta be honest. That is what gave me pause because I thought she had like a bug on her. That's what I thought at first. And then she jumped up and said, I can't. I was like, oh, that was intentional. You decided to hit yourself because you were that upset. Something is not right about that. So that's all I had to say. What do you guys think? Let's get into it. Is it my ice? My ice tastes like garlic. Oh, you know what? I think my mom cut this lemon because I put a lemon in here, a slice of lemon, and I think the same lemon that the lemon that my mom cut, she cut garlic first and then cut the lemon because I'm tasting cross contamination. Garlicky ice. That's not the move. It's not the move, and I hate wasting good ice. Hate wasting good ice, but that is not the move. Monique King said, I was trying to look for clues during Unfiltered with Michaela and Johnny. That would be interesting. The fights would be epic. Fedora said, Boston about to be real ghetto. I can feel it. We all can feel it about Boston. From what we know about Boston, child. Teresa G said, messier. And I feel like we know nothing about how any of these people really live their lives or who they are. Absolutely agree. Kimberly Rivers said, I thought they have to get approval to post stuff in order to get fined. Production is running this machine. Maybe. Maybe. But maybe that's why she has her account on private again. Maybe that's why. Maybe that is why. EB24601 said Michaela was siding with John. Oh, I had that. I got that one. Terrible taste. I'm drinking and I'm like, what is that? Garlicky ice. Kimberly Rivers says Zach was laughing when she did that. Was he laughing or was he shocked? He froze, guys. He was in that position like, what do you do? What do you do when somebody when you're talking to another adult and they hit themselves in the face? What do you do in that situation? What can you do? That was very weird. Sasha said they both were vindictive about a stupid conversation. Yep. He said no. She said no / maybe. She said she don't want to sleep with him. He said that I'm leaving. My head was hurting about the end. Very childish, very vindictive. Both wrong. Hey, Crystal. Crystal said, why would or should a woman nurture a man that doesn't make her feel safe? Absolutely. Absolutely. Why? Absolutely. Absolutely. Kimberly River said, on Unfiltered, Dr. V said that Zach's crying. Oh, really? On Unfiltered, Dr. V said Zach's crying is performative. He does it to avoid things and manipulate. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying this episode, I saw his tears differently. I saw his tears differently and I had to look beyond them. Oh, me too. Beauty Brow Lily said, I cackled when he said she took the spices too. I will say that was a funny moment because when he said she took the spices, his brothers were just like, oh, that's too far. Now that's petty. I'm like, out of everything else that you've heard, the spices is where you all draw the line. But I don't know why Zach cares. He wasn't staying there. Remember? Tiffany M said, Zach and Johnny are low key the same when it comes to saying things to hurt their wives. That's the thing, Bao. Do you think maybe you're getting a more medium tempered Johnny? Because that could be it, sis. That could be it. Let's scroll down. Be Yourself said, of course, Zach's crying is performative. He's been honing those skills since childhood, just like Michaela. Ciao. Oh, Josie said, Michaela is giving us a swirl tease. Ciao. C. Golden said, Hurricane K is Zach attack. Yeah. That was the only thing. I was like, Michaela, that just did not look good. It didn't. I was like, did she hit herself in the face? Where do you go as an adult? That's my thing. I've done that before, right? I used to be the kid like, oh, and all that stuff, right? It's temper tantrums. But as an adult, I'm telling you, if I get so upset where I got to hit myself in the face, I think I would be like, girl, now let's go. I think I would hit myself in the face and it would instantly knock sense into me. Like, what the hell are you doing? But she just zoned out. And then it was like, bam, I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm like, that's the only thing, Hurricane K. That is the only thing, girl. Sasha said Dr. Pepper's face when Zach was crying. I think at this point, people are starting to see through it. People are starting to see through it. EB24601 said her first blow up was his undoing, and he hasn't been able to move forward. If it weren't for the contract, he would have gone week 2. I think so too. I think so too. I absolutely think he would not have stayed in this had it not been for the contracts. But then that's the thing, right? So is it about the marriage sin or is it about the money? Because you have to fulfill the contract to get your money, right? So there are a lot of people staying in these situations, and we've learned this from Chris, who was telling everybody business on Instagram stories, that if they don't finish out the season, they don't get the money that they're contracted to, contractually obligated to do. So many people are in unhappy and unhealthy relationships, but they're staying in these marriages for why? Like, you can walk away, but you choose to stay. Why? For the money. Hey, Daphne. Daphne said, I think when Zach keeps telling her I shouldn't have married you or negative, she gets upset. She's human, people. Absolutely. Absolutely. How could she not? How could she not? Zach is not ready for a relationship either. But him and Bao are finding happiness. Jesse Lee said, if you are having tantrums to that level on TV when you have a professional job, you are just truly out of control. Yeah, how are you in the workplace? Oh, EB2461 said the preview shows Michaela in a full blackout. This requires an intervention. Child, that was just, listen, that was just real alarming. I paused it. And I went back and I said, she didn't do what I thought she did, because I really thought it was a bug. Then when I realized it was intentional, Dr. M said, I agree with Dr. V about Zach. From what I remember from psych class, once Michaela fixes her issues stemming from her dad's death, she will be better. She will be better. Zach has some issues he's not talking about on TV. I agree with you there. I think there's a lot more to Zach, but we won't know because he won't give us the full story. Tiffany M says, Ryan don't think an unattractive woman should get the benefit of living off of him and his family, because he probably wants a stay-at-home wife. He wants a stay-at-home conservative wife. That is not Brett. Yeah, that's not Brett. He wants a stay-at-home conservative wife, somebody who will not fight him on anything, somebody that he can tell what to do and she will do it and give him all the babies she wants. Fedora said, talking about Michaela, she said in the first episode that the blackouts, that she blacks out when she had a hurricane moment. Well, she got a black in. You got a black in because, honey, you're going to do that with the wrong person and it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you greatly. Hey, Denard. Denard said, we'll be a part of the replay game. Just finished up therapy. Good for you. Good for you. Sasha also said, if Michaela feel like if he doesn't want to say yes on decision day, we are not playing house and she is done. Why get upset when he leaves? Yeah. Well, because it was to hurt her. It was to hurt her because she felt some sort of way about what he said. But he was like, we both said it, so why are you upset? They're both petty. They're both immature. The both of them are not ready for marriage. Beauty by Lily said Ryan needs to scout some of these white conservative women from The Bachelor. That's what he's looking for. That is what he's looking for. Sasha said, did you see Michaela tearing up the Airbnb? I wonder if production find her money. Oh, absolutely. They absolutely find her. They absolutely do that. Absolutely. That's how a lot of them don't make their money. Because if you tear up the place, production comes in and takes a lot of that back. Be yourself said between Zach, Michaela, and Johnny's attitude, Bao not bathing enough, and Brett's poor housekeeping skills, I don't know what's worse. This season was a lot. This season was a lot. Let's end with C. Golden saying, yet Ryan is in big old red Texas and hasn't found a wife. He has the nerve to act like Brett isn't good enough. She's not conservative enough. That's what I think it is. She's not conservative enough. And guys, something happened on that plane where he don't want to tell us, but something happened on that plane and changed him forever. Ryan, Josie said Ryan is as deep as a puddle. No wonder he never blinks. All he wants is a baby making machine that cooks, cleans, and looks hot. No wonder some of these men grow old, alone, and depressed. Absolutely. Anyway, family, thank you so much for joining me. I actually have to get out of here. I got to go to Costco before they close. Ciao. I will see you guys tomorrow for what show? Love After Lockup. I want to do a live review for Love After Lockup. I have some important updates about the felon dating game, so look out for that. But yeah, wish me luck. I'm going to Costco this late in the evening. Not late in the evening, but it's 3:00. I normally go there like when they first open. Going there at this time is dangerous. Dangerous. But let me get out of here before it gets too late. Thank you so much for joining me again. Please make sure you like the video, guys. I truly appreciate and love it when you take time out of your day to spend here with me. And I thank you so much for supporting NikkiStar TV. Listen, we got some tea. We got a review. I'll see you next week for Married at First Sight. I'm nervous. But we're going to get into it. Love y'all. Stay out of married people's bedrooms. Wow, I didn't know you had it in you, child. It's always them quiet ones. Anyway.